Morning, morning, guys. Happy Boom Boom Day. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. How's everyone doing? How are you? Morning, morning. Crazy market. Do you guys think we're gonna keep going lower today? Well, I guess that's gonna depend on what Trump is saying right now. I'm kind of expecting um a bounce morning, but I don't know, the market's looking pretty weak. I was expecting a bounce for the morning, but we're not looking too strong. The market is still looking weak. If NQES cannot hold previous day low, we're just gonna continue to go lower. 870 is a pretty important level for ES, level that I'll be watching. 870. And then it's gonna be yesterday's high. 905, 902, a little bit above 900. It's another one that is big. I'm a little bit sick. That's why you guys are not seeing me. Today, trust me, you do not want to see me today. But I'm here. I'm here with you guys. 820, 816, important support level for ES also. No J-Lo, bad hair day, no. I'm pretty sick. Everyone is sick right now here in Miami because of the weather. We are not made for cold weather here in Miami. Is Trump still speaking or is he done? It's gonna just snow in Houston. Ooh. You live in Cali? I used to live in LA. I lived in LA for a year. 611, very important level for QQQ. 681, 680, 681, I will say. Important level for SPY. 240, 250s, important resistance level on NQ. I do think if NQ can really hold 240 to 55, we could have a little bit of a upside. That's up to you, Tane. That's up to you. Do we have data today? I like this 680 hold on SPY. I like how, yes, it's looking at the moment. Really nice push here. It looks like it's flagging. Um, 870 is an important level for ES. If I see a break of 870, I think we could definitely see a lot more upside until 900, 905. So I'm watching for a possible breakout here. Who's here trading futures, options, shares, or all together? All three. We have data in 10 minutes. Trading everything. That's good. I don't know, maybe. Options, futures, options. Yes, so that's futures. All three fairly new to futures and shares. Futures, nice. A lot of futures. Options, options. You guys, the ones that are trading options, you guys trading SPY and QQQ options? Indices options? SPY, if you're trading options, if you're trading indices options, just go with futures. It's way better, unless you are a swing trader. But if you're trading um daily SPY, QQQ, IWM options, it's way better to go with futures. Individual stocks, yes, definitely options or shares. Okay, I like this breakout in the market. Definitely like this 260, 250 breakout here on NQ, but we have data in 8 minutes. And I like this possible breakout here on ES. So you gotta be a little bit careful, but these possible break retest on NQ or ES can be, look, it's looking pretty good so far. NQ definitely looking way stronger than ES. Yeah, Trump is done and we have data in 6 minutes. So if the market just go crazy here with data, I'm gonna cry because I'm not trading these before data, but I like how this breakout is looking on NQ. Yes, still showing some signs of reaction. Everyone that's trading futures, what props are you guys using at the moment? I'm using TPT, Tradeify, and Apex. And I'm cycling all three. My favorite right now is the Tradeify select accounts. It's kind of like the TPT accounts, but you only need to trade them 3 days instead of 5. And I think you can trade news, something that TPT doesn't allow to do. I think I heard TPT change it that the intraday drawdown rule. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they changed that. So we have data in 4 minutes. Ooh, and I like this possible break and retest here on both ES and NQ. I kind of want to get it, but at the same time, I know it's risky because of data. Hmm. Decisions, decisions. Oh yeah, it was a TPT drawdown, intraday drawdown for pro accounts. Yes, that was what they changed. Look at that rip. Man, if the market goes here without me before data, I'm gonna cry. But 40% off for the TPT um select and growth account ends tonight. Look at that rip. Anyone got that? Anyone got that move on ES or NQ? You got it? Nice, nice. Yeah, that was pretty clean, especially on ES. ES was very, very clean. You got it yesterday? No, it doesn't matter what you did yesterday. I'm talking about this move. 2 days, today, yesterday is yesterday. Yeah, you're right. That's why I didn't took this trade. It's pretty risky. With data coming up and Trump still speaking, so I don't blame you because I didn't take it either. Mm, what data is coming up? I'm not sure, to be honest, but it's already out. Oh, that was a very nice move. Very nice. Now I need to wait for pullbacks. The problem that I'm gonna have here is I do not like playing pullbacks long. I like playing like straight off my levels. Like I don't like waiting here for a pullback and then maybe a bull flag consolidation to go long. I'm more like if I don't catch the move right at my support level, obviously on an upside move, I don't really like chasing the trade. But let's see. We still can have this. We could. We definitely could. Thoughts on silver? Um, I would say 93, the very important level. So watch out for 93. If it goes down there, 93, and it holds, that could be an entry for a upside continuation. If cannot hold 93, I don't like it. But I'm not gonna trade silver. Damn, IWM is flying, RTY. So this is very important what I'm gonna say now. We gotta be very patient, right? Well, if you caught this move, awesome. But if you didn't, what's the next move here? Our next move is to be extremely patient and wait for pullbacks, right? Not feeling FOMO because we didn't caught this move. So my job right now is sit on my hands until I see the next A plus setup. That for me, it will be if I can have a little pullback here on ES to play the upside continuation. And if the market doesn't pull back and just keeps going higher, I miss the trade. And it is what it is. That's part of trading. Yeah. Hopefully we have the pullback. I have the pullback that I want here on ES. That's gonna be the trade that I want to do today. Not a bad time to sell. I wouldn't be selling here, to be honest. I think as long as ES hold this support here, I think it's pretty bullish, especially after having like 3, 4 days of very strong selling off, very strong downside. So I do think the market needs a relief bounce day. It's not like shorts are totally out of my game, but I'm bullish bias right now in the morning. I'll see if I see a very good opportunity to short, but right now I'm long bias. For me, the market is been selling off too much to go for shorts at this level. Unless we lose this morning low here, I'm not looking to short. Maybe if I see a very ugly reaction at these highs, but where we are right now, no, I'm not going short here. Can it work out? Yes, it looks like it wants to pull back. Okay, I like this pullback. I definitely like this pullback. Can we get a little bit more down here? Mhm. I'm gonna start buying here. Could be an uptrend day till market close. Yeah, anything is possible. I wanted to see a little more downside here, maybe to the 70s, low 70s, 68, even 65. That would be awesome. But I don't know if we're gonna get it. I'm taking this trade with 10 Apex accounts, funded Apex accounts. By the way, I'm buying a lot of Apple shares for my long term. A lot. Apple is at a very important level of support. Can it keep going lower? Yeah, maybe, but I do love where Apple is right now. This is not financial advice, it's only what I'm doing with my money. Beautiful, beautiful trade. Anyone here on this trade with me? That was extremely, extremely, extremely clean. Beautiful. Nice. What a move. Awesome. Beautiful. I'm gonna start taking some profits here because why not? Why not? That was insane. Guys, this is so easy. This is so easy. What we needed here, all we needed was patience. That's it. Having a plan, understanding what the market it's been doing the past few days, understanding what the market is doing right now. Just wait for a pullback. This is too easy. Mm, yeah, this is definitely an A plus setup. Yeah, yeah, I know. I also wish every single day was this smooth, but the key thing to understand here is we gotta understand what the market is doing day by day, right? Sometimes the market it's extremely difficult to trade. So those days we either need to skip them, just don't trade them, or go lower in size with any trade we're taking. And then when we see an A plus setup is when we really size up, right? So we need to take advantage of when the market is easy. That's why I went a little bit heavier than normal. Okay, so let's see how NQ is gonna close this 5 minute candle here. 360, 340. It's an important resistance level. And look at that rejection candle. I still think we could see more upside here on ES. That's why I'm still holding some runners. But I definitely don't love this reaction here on NQ. But we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen here. I do like ES holding above this morning high or these highs here. But NQ definitely needs to break this resistance here. And it has a little uptrend. I don't really love this reaction, but it can definitely be a pullback, another pullback long opportunity. Or maybe this time is really gonna go lower here. We'll see what's gonna happen. Okay, nice bounce there. Really nice bounce. You know what? I'm gonna sell a few more. Yeah, I want to see NQ breaking this resistance. Beautiful. Look at Apple move. Come on, give me another push here. Apple is looking pretty good. Nvidia is looking pretty good. That could give us another push here. Come on, NQ, just do it already. Okay. Can we have more upside here? Okay. I definitely like this hold. I like this hold in the market. Beautiful. Come on, give me more. Give me more, yes. Keep going. Keep going. Nice. We're looking pretty good. If we have another strong push to these highs, I'm gonna sell a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Yes. Go, go, go. Do it for me. Keep going. Little bit more. 890. 890. Come on, give me that push. Okay. Little bit more, yes. More. Okay, I sold one more there. Give me another push there. Okay, I sold another one. Okay, just holding two runners. That's it. You cannot allow this trade to go red. So if you still in this trade with some runners, take some profit, move up your stop loss, and then let's be patient and see if we can have the 900s. Yeah, I think the 900s will be nice. I'm looking for a push to this reaction area here. Damn, what a move. What a trade. Congrats if you took this trade with me. That was a very, very clean plan, very clean execution. I'm pretty happy with my trade today, not because I'm green, but because I was very patient, followed my plan. I didn't FOMO until on the first push. Beautiful, beautiful day. My day is pretty much done. This is 1 hour of work. Come on, guys. I need to see more likes for the video. I would love to see you guys subscribing also. What a push. What a push. I don't really use hard stop loss. Only mental stop losses. Beautiful. I'm gonna sell one more. And the next one, I'm gonna sell it around 900. That was my PT. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade. Perfect. This is what I'm looking for. What a trade. Who's still on this trade with me? Anyone holding runners?
Hey,
Hola.
that push there.
Who's
Get
there?
another pop up. We didn't. 439 is what we tapped at. Let me see. Yeah, we missed that actual sweep by what? Oh, there we go. We took it now. Now you're looking for four. The next thing is 472, and then we got it way up.
I don't think they can hear me. Let's see. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Nope.
No? Okay, good. How you guys doing today? Easy day today.
Doing some wild movement this morning. Let me tell
Yeah.
you.
Oh, I'm all out of my trade. I just noticed it. My PT was hit 900.
Nice.
Yeah. Today was so easy. I wish every single day was like this.
It was
Buy any
very
candle at
clean.
all.
I bought a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff. Apple,
Yeah.
Nvidia, Meta. I'm up almost 13K on a ES trade.
Wow.
Yep.
ADR, hell yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that trade was beautiful, I'm not gonna lie.
Now NQ watching again for this up into the 72. Above that, it's just the gap, right? We just have a straight gap from 72 to
Oh, that gap
680.
fill looks juicy.
It does. But I mean, that's a lot for one
I
day.
don't
We're
know if you
already
guys
up, what,
traded.
go ahead.
Did you guys trade pre-market when Trump was speaking? It was like
No.
FOMC. It was
Yeah,
insane.
yeah, it was wild. I did. Yeah, I made some nice trades pre-market. Yeah, pre-market was crazy. That was our 40 sweep. Let's see what we do here. Still not confident that's the thing, but again, we're below, for me, as long as we're below 69.05 now, I need to wait to see what we do at 69.05. It's that kind of previous high. Get over that 05, I like it. I like it for some more upside. The 16.
No, 900 hit. I can definitely go to a little bit higher to maybe 905, 904. But we just hit my target on both ES and NQ2.
Careful on gold back into 48, which was that level we really were watching this morning. We're pushing back into, let's see if that rejects or if that is going to reclaim. Or Sasha's taking that. Let's see. Sasha, you watching that 48? So far it's rejecting pretty good.
Mm.
Yeah, you are okay.
Nvidia rejecting 181.50. Important level there also. Everything has a big gap above. So basically, ES is gonna hold this 905. Most likely it's gonna go for some part of the gap. I don't know if the entire gap, because ES SPY are very particular with gaps. But NQ always fills the gap whenever it enters them. Not ES or SPY, but NQ, yes. Or I will say most of the time.
Thank you, getting some movement.
Am I gonna trade more? No, I'm done for today. I'm up a lot today, thanks to Apple, Nvidia, and ES. Mm.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Rise 470. So
I mean, I wouldn't get short there yet, but I'm not even
no, but
thinking
I
of
mean
that.
that's
It's just
no,
it's
no, no,
going to
no.
come grab those orders for sure.
I think it needs to get that liquidity. That's a lot of liquidity up there. It's new liquidity though, right? So you can see right from looking at the book map screenshot, right? You can see that it hasn't been there, right? It's somewhat new. It's been there for what, like 5 minutes? So it's interesting. But I think we're gonna go for it now though. MGC. I'm still very tempted. Being cautious, but tempted to watch this 48 level, the possible short on gold. Especially, I think if NQ really gets going, goes to start really pushing for that gap and close that 200 points in the gap, and I think that gold could struggle.
I was expecting this move yesterday. So I came here yesterday and today kind of like bullish biased because after the market being down for so much, and so fast, I I think waiting for a bounce day, it was like do. And all we needed to do was wait for a break and retest of pre-market highs.
Watch GC here. Watch GC here. Starting to really struggle. It's a lot of top wicks on the 2 minute. A lot of top wicks. Ross, what was another order at 420? Decent order at 420? Okay. Is that still sitting there, Ross? I can't, I'll pull up bookmap. Hold on. I gotcha. I got it.
I would love to see a pullback here on NQ. This is
No, the
Wednesday's
420's
low.
gone. It's there.
Yeah, I don't see it there, Blade.
No, it's gone.
I do
They
see a
yanked it.
stack at 420, but yeah, it's very small.
No, it's small. It's nothing. No. Okay. No, the only real stack that I see is really 475. It's shifted up, it looks like, from where you had it, right? Yeah, it's shifted up. They slid it up a little bit. So looking for sleep to fill it. That's interesting. Gold. Gold playing games. Starting to go. Starting to lose it. Yeah. Watch to see if we take that 470-ish now. That's a good push.
Look at Apple, beautiful. I think Apple was extremely, it still is very easy money to buy Apple here. Not financial advice.
Long term. Nice. Flip that in.
Yep. I don't want to get sued.
The hell no. Entertainment purposes only, people.
Yep.
All right, there's our 4.7. Did we not take it yet? Wow. Missed it by a point. All right. There we go. Okay, so NQ took that. Did we take those cons, or I gotta look now. Don't have enough monitors. 4 isn't cutting it.
Yep. Gone.
Did we fill though? Did we fill? Or did they yank them? See, they think they slid them up, then they yanked them. So they did. They didn't fill. Look at 25. Is that no 25.5?
I'll try to
That's
pull it up
small.
here.
Yeah, I think they yanked them because I don't see a fill there on those cons. So
Yeah, there was only 43 on the sell side and 46 on the buy side. So
yeah,
unless
nothing
they
filled.
hit the last minute or split it up. Yeah,
I'm
good call.
assuming they
They didn't
yanked.
fill it.
It looks like they yanked it. Playing games.
Any of you play
Yeah, they
this
don't want to mess
upside
with
on
that gap
ES or
fill.
NQ?
What?
Any of you play this upside on ES or NQ?
Yeah, I caught a 130 and 140 for longs and the
Nice.
5-minute orb break, and that's about it. How about you?
I've got a handful of scalps on the way up. Yeah.
Do you feel like the 5-minute orb works?
I'm a 15-minute
Depends
orb
on the
guy, so I don't want
context.
to comment on the 5. Go ahead, Ross.
Well, yeah,
It's good for
you can say
scalps,
like if you're
but
scalping off of the 1 or 2 minute chart, you can say yeah, it definitely works.
Like today, for example, taking the break below, you could see it was just a way obvious trap below
Mm.
because there was way too much support, way too many imbalances, and there's right below the hundred. I mean, right above previous day low. So didn't make sense to take shorts below it.
Okay, so this 70 area, we're getting a little, slowing down a little. What's gold doing?
Mm.
Shoot, I haven't watched it. Okay, still below 48 gold. All right. Playing games.
I was long, but I got out way too early. I think today is a perfect example of taking some profits on strong candles,
Along the
but
way.
there was no reason to get out of a long position today. Like the market has still on a very clean uptrend. Like the uptrend on ES and NQ still there, and it keeps making higher highs and higher lows. I mean, if you're trading micros, you can definitely leave one. And I'm saying this when I already got out of all of my macros, but if you're kicking yourself because you sold too early, you can always leave one micro run. When the market is clearly trendy. If to be able
If you
to
trade,
read that, you really need to understand the price action.
yeah, I mean, if you're trading minis, that's hard,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Also, I
there's
think
no
there's
way
something
I
to be
can
said
hold
about,
these entire move trading minis. Yeah.
yeah, that's tough. Also, there's something to be said about sticking to your edge, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
are a scalper at heart and that's what you do, stick to scalping, right? It's
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Just
Mm-hmm.
understand that you're gonna just get your piece of the pie and that's it. You won't get the whole move, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Be okay with that, right?
Yeah.
Um, Trying to change just because the day is different can be very challenging,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
It puts you, it makes it tough. So yeah, but with micros, it's easier. You know, if it looks good still, take your PTs and then just let the one ride if you could do that. Sitting in the 6905 area on ES, a tough spot. See, think you can get going, pop over this, and then it has, I mean, again, we know the gaps right above, so
I know
over.
you use it to trade futures looking at SPY and QQQ. Why are you now trading looking at the futures chart instead? I'm only showing you guys the futures chart because I know for people that trade futures, it is extremely confusing watching me trading futures with a SPY QQQ chart. But I still like more watching SPY and QQQ instead of ES and NQ. I still find it easier to trade futures watching SPY and QQQ charts. I have all four charts up. But I only showing you guys ES and NQ because I'm trading on YouTube. So, and I don't want people to get confused when they watching me. But also it depends on the days. Like for me, sometimes ES and NQ are confusing because they have too many levels pre-market. Like you can spot too many levels pre-market. And when it comes to SPY and QQ, you only need pre-market high and lows. So that's a little bit confusing for me because I don't find too helpful the pre-market levels on ES and NQ. But days like today, I didn't need SPY and QQQ to make to enter my trade on ES. but because today was it is a very easy day, to be honest. Very clean levels, both SPY and QQQ respected the levels, respected the trend also. So I will say today is a pretty easy day to trade. Pretty much anything. Like everything moved very clean today. But other times, I still watch SPY and QQQ for trading futures.
We'll just note, ES is at resistance, SPY is at PDH, the Qs are at the 50-day EMA. We're all sitting, and then NQ at PDH, right? This is a spot, right? We have to see what the market wants to do here, because we can definitely go either way at this point. Gold is pushing back over 48 with some oomph.
Look at that Nvidia move. Oh my god, what a day.
Yeah. That Nvidia
Beautiful.
PDC hold was nice. All right,
Anyone
holding
in
that
Nvidia?
179.
Nvidia today was
Break
very
order.
easy also.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, I'm swinging these contracts on Nvidia and Apple.
One thing now is we're slowing down a little bit in NQ,
Mhm.
right? Like, moves getting a little bit slower.
I definitely like this 440 hold on NQ, like holding above 440. And ES above 900. I like this. Nvidia most likely is gonna go for the gap above.
Video over this pivot at 183. Microsoft still looks like crap.
And Desi killed it on Nvidia today, huh?
Yeah, 6K. Good day.
Yeah.
Really good day. Okay. Getting heavy up here.
I really like this Nvidia move. I don't know if I want to sell my weeklies. I'm up over 100% on my weeklies on Nvidia. I'm holding also contracts for next week and 2 weeks out. I think I'm gonna sell the weeklies and you're holding the other ones. That way, the swing trade is completely free. Yeah, I'm up a lot today. What's my strike on Nvidia? The weekly was 181. The 2 weeks out is 186. So
A
what's a
good looking
real
candle on
achievable
19
profit?
minute candle.
You can aim for 100. I don't recommend aiming for any P&L, to be honest. I do not recommend that. One, if you're having a bad day, you're gonna force trades to be able to get to your target. Two, if the market is moving pretty easy like today, you're gonna get out as when you see the 100 P&L that you want to get daily. So I don't recommend that at all. Always go for good setups and be patient. Money, it's gonna come after. I think we can expect that right now some pullbacks here on ES and NQ. ES is right at yesterday's high. NQ it's higher, a little bit above. So key level, we want to see NQ holding if we want to see more upside. I took profits on Nvidia weeklies. And I'm not gonna trade anything else today. I'm up over 62K today. I should be done for the week.
Day, 80 hours, 60, what? Maybe someday I get there.
You would.
Probably not.
You're going
Probably
to.
not. That's a great day. That's a great day. Do you mind quickly talking about, and this is the difference between options and futures for people that might want to know,
Yeah.
right? Is that when you trade futures, right? My PT and my stop losses are all at specific price points, right? I
Yeah.
know exactly how much I'm risking, right?
Yeah.
To the dollar amount, right? Options is different. So let's say the move, let's say you buy 615 in Qs and you 50 days at 616, you want to hit that, right?
Wait. What's the contract that I buying on the queue?
So, let's say you're buying a 616 contract, right? Same day,
Yeah.
right? 615, you get it around 615 thinking you're gonna get the 616, right? Well, the difference, I think, being with options is if it takes 2 minutes, you can get 100%. And if it takes 2 hours, you can get zero, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the big difference we need to understand between futures and options is the same exact move does not mean the same thing, right?
Yeah,
It's very
definitely.
different. So in terms of risk parameters, it's a little bit harder, I think, sometimes with options, but your downside in options is a hard limit. There's no hard limit in futures. It can keep going down, right? Like
Yeah.
you can indefinitely just keep killing your account. The contract can only go to zero in options, right? That's the bottom, no lower, right? It's worthless. You've lost whatever you put into it. So, I just think in terms of your pros and cons, because you trade both. I haven't traded options in years. I don't do it anymore. I've stopped. Do you find one better than the other? Would you like one more?
It
I guess
depends on
that
the
kind of thing.
market, to be honest. So I'm posting next week a video where I explain how I swing trade. So it's definitely depending on the market. So if I'm expecting a big move coming up, let's just say Apple, right? Apple, I can definitely see a possible big move coming up, also Nvidia. So I will definitely go with options. I will take options even instead of shares, right? So the market is giving me the past 3 days a lot of opportunities to play a possible big move to the upside. With futures, I just day trade. I pretty much scalp every single day. The big difference that I see with futures and option and something that it helped me right now, but it definitely make it a little bit more difficult for me to understand futures, was that I was so used to catch big move with options that then when I did the transition into futures, a lot of times I will be up a lot and then gave back more like I gave back everything and more, because I
Yeah.
was expecting a to catch a big move with futures. But futures, when we use prop firms, we cannot swing trade. So I don't know if the market is gonna move a lot in one day or the coming days. Something that I do with options. So what I changed was, okay, with futures, I'm only gonna scalp. And it was extremely difficult for me to just scalp because in my mind I could definitely see bigger move coming up, and a lot of time I wasn't part of those moves because I couldn't really know if those moves were coming the same day or the next few days. So with futures, I will just be like kinda, it was pretty difficult to change my psychology and the way that I traded just to get a piece of the move and be happy with it. Because I don't trade like that at all with options. But I definitely
Yeah.
like more futures. I'm not even gonna lie. I like a lot more futures. Just to
Yeah.
not be thinking about what contracts I wanna buy. That's just for me is a plus there. Just clicking buy and
That
sell
was
is
the
so easy, and I just can only look at the charts and just click buy without even thinking about where I'm gonna
yeah,
like what number, like what contract, what expiration, what strike. I just love futures.
yeah. To me, that was the big change for me, right? I was doing fine in options. I was doing very okay, not great. But I was doing fine, and I think I was having analysis paralysis, right? With all the
Mm-hmm.
Greeks trying to figure out what con, how far out, what strike, what I want to
Yeah.
do, what's the IV, what's the theta, what's gonna like. There was a lot of things that go
Mm-hmm.
that are involved with that, right? And sometimes I thought that I was thinking too much, and then I'd miss what I actually wanted, which was the move I was trying to get into, right?
Yeah.
Futures is none of that. I know the level I want. When it gets there, the only thing I'm thinking about is, am I entering with minis, micros, and if so, how many? That's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's not a lot of thought process, and most of the time, it's really just one or two minis, right? It's not really hard. I'm not overthinking it. So that's where, for me, futures really felt like a game changer, right? I got
Mm-hmm.
rid of all that analysis,
Yeah.
right? In terms of the excess stuff. I'm still doing chart analysis, right? But the
Mm-hmm.
excess stuff that
Yeah.
allowed me just to click the button.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. When I trade options, I don't think about the Greeks like at all.
Okay.
For me, it's
Wow.
very logical. Do I think this like with Nvidia, right? So in my mind, if we look at the Nvidia chart, Nvidia has a gap above, right? So for me, I'm trading mostly for the gap. The gap is still 186. So do I want to go risky? It like well, yeah, risky, or do I want to go with a very conservative contract? So what I do most of the time, if I'm like, I will say in my mind, I 100% sure that Nvidia is gonna go for the gap. Sometimes I go for the way out of the money contracts, like 186 here on Nvidia, but I buy time. So I know I'm risking technically a lot, but not that much because obviously contracts have a floor. So whatever you pay for the contract, that's how much you're gonna lose if it goes to zero, right? So what I do is what I did
Yeah.
here with Nvidia, and what I do a lot of times is, okay, I'm looking for a big move on Nvidia. So I bought 181 contracts for this week and next week, but I bought also 186 for 2 weeks out, like 2 weeks out contracts. So that way, my 181 contracts, 0 DTE, which was a little risky because I don't really trade on Wednesday. I'm sorry, 0 DTE, no, weeklies. On Wednesday, most of the time, I buy for next week. But today, I was very convinced that the market was going to bounce. So for me, it was okay. I buy the 181 for this week and next week. If Nvidia do what I think it's gonna do, my 186 contracts most likely are gonna get in the money or closer to in the money, but also they're gonna be free because the 181 contracts pay for that. So I sold the weeklies. So basically my risky contracts, the 186 are paid. So basically I'm gonna lose zero now.
Right.
Technically.
You've taken all the risk off the table, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
you're playing with house money, so to speak.
Yeah.
We say stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, okay. Cool.
Sometimes
Very
I do
cool.
that when I'm very convinced that we're gonna see a big move. Like I can do that also with the 620 contracts on the queue. 620 is the entire gap fill on the queue. So, but I also, like, if I want to do that, I will go with the 620 maybe for next Friday. But I also will buy the 616 for next Friday also, or for next Wednesday. So
Okay.
if
You
I think the queue is gonna go for the gap, the 616 contracts are gonna pay for the way out of the money contracts.
got it.
It's kind of like base
Oh, that's
risks,
good.
big risk, big return, but at the same time, I don't see it like big risk because again, you only lose how much you're putting into the contracts.
Right, right. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the big thing, right? To the for options was again zero. The when if the contract goes to zero, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you put into the
Mm-hmm.
con, with let's say it's a $200 con, that's the most you can lose. You can't lose more than that, right? That's literally it. Futures is different in that sense, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like let's say I'm looking at the cues and my stop is 615. If it gets to 615, if it gets to like 615 and a half, but takes 3 days and I have a weekly con, it could already be at 5 to 10% value left, right? Even though I'm not anywhere near my stop loss. So I found that was tough for me to really gauge risk in terms of levels,
Mm.
because if I wanted to keep my loss at, let's say, 20% as the most I want to lose on any given play, with options it's different. You can't do it like that because your thesis could still very much be valid,
Yeah.
right? And that was always a catch 22 for me, was that I could be at 20, 25, 30% loss, right?
Mm-hmm.
And wanting to bail, but I can't because my thesis is still not invalidated. So
Yeah.
I always found that to be a challenge for me, which is why futures again
Yeah.
was a
I
big
I
change.
always say forget about the Greeks. Just buy as close as in the money as possible with time. That's it. That's
Yeah,
all you need to do.
I like that.
Mm. I honestly don't never like I don't never watch the Greeks unless I know something big is coming up, like I don't know, Tesla Day, that I know that I check the IV And based on how high the IV is, I will say, okay, I want to sell Tesla contracts or before earnings. Because
I know that was
sometimes
a big
stocks
hold.
like Tesla and Meta, Nvidia, they go, the IV is like crazy, so you can sell crazy out of the money contracts and make money. That's the only time I check IV, the Greeks, any of the Greeks. Other than that, never. Like, I honestly don't care.
Makes sense.
Mm.
Makes sense. I probably got too caught up in Greeks. So that was a good hold on this like this kind of 450 area. Really, really nice hold, big pop. Back up to touching almost 25.5 now.
Yeah.
We still have quite a ways up, right? Realistically.
Yeah. So we have the gaps above. So the market can
Yeah.
keep going higher the entire day. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but it could.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
Now it's curious if we kind of now have pushed up. Now we hold this 470 area, right? If we hold this kind of 470, 480 for another push up. Not as in love with it now because I just feel like we're kind of getting stuck here.
Yeah.
That
So
430 retracement or the 615 on QQQ would be pretty nice.
so for me the Q is holding support, but in the ES it's rejecting resistance.
Correct. Yes. The
Mm-hmm.
the 685 on SPY is not ideal, right? You don't want to reject there. And again, we're at like that 69.05 area again, which I didn't love. That was my concern getting up there. So a tough spot.
Yeah, that's the beginning of the gap on SPY, and the Q is
Mhm.
already in the gap.
Yeah, well, look at that candle right back down. This I'm gonna watch this. This may set up here. This was a very interesting pop over. So this green candle set up a 2-minute fair value gap, and now we've inversed that. We closed below here. This could be really interesting for more downside, honestly. Because we did a sweep to an inverse.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Waiting
post
to see
the
what happens
gap.
here.
My gap chart on NQ, on sorry, on QQQ on the chat. So I would love to see the Q closing today inside the gap so I can play the gap tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe.
This is interesting now. That was a very interesting close there.
Mm-hmm.
You can see we kind of pushed through, created a 2-minute fair value gap, rejected over the highs, swept those highs, right, and came back through and closed below. So interesting spot.
Nvidia just keeps going. I also wanted to see Nvidia closing the daily candle inside the gap. So tomorrow we can play a pullback long inside the gap. But I'm holding contracts for next week and 2 weeks out also already. But if Nvidia closes like that today, I think it can easily give you very good entries tomorrow.
Okay, give me a big sweep. I'm good. A big drop here. I'd like to see it. Okay, well, I took 400 there. I took a couple cons. Again, all I saw was this, right? So what I saw was this push back into this once we close below, I want any push back into the gap, right? To go for continuation down, not up, right? We've inversed it. So I usually take about the halfway point. In this case, my entry was at 72, and then I got out at 63 with 2 cons. Super quick, right? In and out. I'm looking for 10 to 15 points. That's all I do. That's it. There could be way more downside. This can push down hard. I like this setup a lot, but we've had a very, very bullish day. I'm not necessarily thinking we're going to get a huge push down.
Yeah, especially with
So
Nvidia doing what it's doing.
yeah. So again, quick in and out, right? Take your setups, get in, get out fast, make your money. That's the other thing too. I find futures is like it's amazing how quickly 4, 6, 1,000 hits. It's could be instantaneous a lot of times,
Yeah.
real fast. Ganja, what a day, dude. Beautiful day.
Everyone is killing it on the futures chat.
It's been wild.
I
LT's
don't
been
really check
crushing
the
it too.
chat overnight,
Josh O.
but I saw you guys were very active there.
Yeah. Oh, it's anybody wants to trade overnights, come on over to futures. It gets crazy. Because again, it's the open at night is wild. Then you have Asia, you have London, you have a couple sessions where you get these influxes of volatility, which lead to some good opportunities.
Look at AMD. Yeah, AMD is running. Yeah. Pretty good move on AMD. A pullback to the VWAP will be pretty nice if you can get it, or 244. I will definitely watch the 244 or the VWAP on AMD if you want to play that one. Yeah, and he was reacting ES2. In fact, ES is making a very, very clean reaction. Like lost its uptrend. Look at those 900, 905 reaction. The candlesticks, very clean reaction also. But yeah, I'm not playing any downside today. And I'm done. I'm up a lot today. I'm done.
Yeah, I was done a long time ago.
Today
I'm
was
just
the
watching
bed.
here.
We've had 2 great Wednesdays. I think you missed our last Wednesday ADR, but we had another really good session last Wednesday. Really good Wednesdays. Like super clean price action.
Oh
It's always
yeah,
nice to
I
see.
also yeah, I did pretty good. On last Wednesday. I remember that I came here, but later in the morning.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the morning session was crazy good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I call it out at RTY trade. I don't know how I remember this because I don't even remember what I got for lunch yesterday. But I do remember last Wednesday. Well, yeah, I'm leaving. I talk to you guys tomorrow. Beautiful, beautiful day. One and done. I was done within like 40 minutes from the market open, literally.
The best.
Yeah. It was awesome. Awesome. Great day. Yeah, talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.
See ya.
Later, ADR.